So late last year, 2019, Fisheries New South Wales approached Taronga Western Plains Zoo in regards to finding a safe haven for their southern purple spotted gudgeon. They were in critical situation where our rivers were running dry and they were losing their environments. Here at Taronga Western Plains Zoo, we were able to support them in this with the fact that our lion exhibit, being a reasonably new exhibit, we were able to provide them a safe haven. The water quality, predator species weren't in the lake or moat area, and the fact that their area is protected by our lions gave them a safe haven to be able to transfer a number of fish from local areas into this area to provide them with an insurance population for the purple spotted gudgeon.
So we've released 5 purple spotted gudgeons into the lion enclosure in the lake here. Previously we've released about 60 fish into here, and we're just bolstering the genetic diversity by releasing these other five fish that we've caught. Purple spotted gudgeons are native to this region. They're found, the distribution used to be quite wide right along the western flowing slopes in the Murray-Darling Basin. They tend to be more in the smaller creeks and tributaries rather than the main rivers these days, but they used to be quite widespread throughout the basin. Very pretty fish. They grow to about 10 centimetres long, and they have a purple spots obviously, but quite iridescent. The males in particular, when they come into breeding condition, they've got beautiful yellow bands on the fins, and yeah, quite iridescent and very beautiful to look at. There's a number of threats, but the main one in the last couple of years has been the severe drought that we've been through. A lot of those smaller creeks began to dry out. So back in late 2018, we started looking and monitoring some of those locations where we knew the purple spots were, and started just checking the water quality and making sure it wasn't dropping too quickly. Then in early 2019, we discovered, yes, a few of those were drying quicker than what we expected, and so we made a decision then that we needed to rescue and relocate those fish. And we worked in then with Taronga Western Plains Zoo, the Threatened Species Unit, compliance and research in fisheries, all to work together to get purple spotted gudgeons here to the zoo. One of the other threats that they have is from the aquarium industry, because they're quite a beautiful fish. So they do get harvested now and then, even though they're endangered, they do get illegally harvested. Here in the zoo, like, they're breeding really well. We've come back and monitored here in the zoo, and we found that they've bred at least twice since they were put in here, which is a great sign. The numbers are really increasing, and what that will allow us to do is we'll go back to the sites we took them from, and where they're no longer there, well, then we can reintroduce those populations, or if the numbers aren't very high, we can bolster them back up by releasing some of these fish to support that.
It's been fantastic to work alongside New South Wales Fisheries in providing a safe haven for the purple spotted gudgeon. Hopefully in the future, these fish will be able to be released back into the wild in our rivers and water streams locally.